Well, I haven't got much time to make a video on anything really. I have made short videos on a little lathe, original mini lathe. Well, this smells like usual. What else? On the steering station off a warship, that's all done. As I mentioned, I might have to add a pulley or a collar, or maybe another wheel. I don't know yet. Well, it's not a big issue. That's that. Okay, so what else is new with me? What's new with Johnny Toot? Pablum face. What's new in the science world? Good heavens. I get more comments about me being. So, what did they do to John? Well, I've always been this way, sorry. Don't you get it? I've always been a joker. Fooling around, looking funny, and dressing up into clothing. My God. Dressed up as an old man one time, walked around in Edgemont Village, North Vancouver, British Columbia, 3045 Crenview Drive, North Vancouver, BC. Natural light. That was 1981. Dressed up as the old man. I mean, I was very convincing, scared the heck out of a lot of people. Traffic stopper. The RCMP stopped me saying, "Who's behind the mask?" And I said, "Me." This lady, RCMP officers, said, "Well, he's causing a disturbance. People are stopping and all that." So, okay. So I wandered around with maybe 15 minutes more of this. She stopped me again and said, you gotta better stop it or I'm gonna have to arrest you. Oh, okay, I'm gonna go now. That was 81 with Billy Ross. And took that whole face mask, which I adapted and made eyeballs for it bulging out with veins, and put it on one of my mother's wig pieces. Put I believe it was a broom. Put the coat over something old, rough looking, just had it looking out the window, and that scared off some people pretty good. Yes, I'd babysit the parents' home. 3045 Grandview Drive, North Vancouver, BC, Canada. This is Billy Ross and I think that's when I met Alex Pizzaro and Mel Winfield. I started to promote my weird stuff that I was doing with high voltage and RF and other things. I guess George is the first one that filmed it. No, sorry. Yeah, he was. I think so. It was mentioned by CBC. Somebody, CBC came around, saw it, and ran out the door fast. Why the CBC? Maybe Mel went. What did he say? He said, "Oh, what are you guys doing?" Oh, I'm working with old voltage stuff. Is it about the gun case, the court case thing, or what? No, I don't want to film this. So he filmed it, but he saw something and he took it off. Anyway, Mel Winfield would come around. Or did he show up? Who? The news person. Mel talked very low and very serious. However, back to my parents' house and dressing up. Am I squishing off my whatever? So Mel Winfield and Al Pizzaro actually interviewed me there. Jeez, camera thing, okay. And actually, I got Mel to the symposium in Toronto, the first international symposium. I didn't think anything of it really, and then a month later or something, or some weeks later, Pizarro thumbed on. I was doing it, not Mel. The Hutchison effect. Boy, did Alex Pizarro got mad at Mel Winfield. George Hathaway wrote him out of the conference. As when the U.S. government folks came and were setting up for them, George Hathaway was getting these weird calls from some of Mel's buddies. Like threatening, a little bit of threatening, some weird stuff. It wasn't good. George didn't like it, or either did Alex Pizarro. But anyway, it sort of faded away. Mel faded off into the distance and wrote a book, The Science of Actuality. Yes, I did sign a contract with Mel, but I just thought, whatever, keep the old guy happy. I don't know what he was doing. Anyway, that's a long time ago. Oh, I'm bleached now, huh? How long is this going on for? I got 6 minutes. Gotta leave soon. Nothing too silly today, except this little story about Mel Ernest Winfield, and when I get comments, what did they do to him? It doesn't bother me at all. I just take care of that, and I just like to reply because my ridiculous YouTube channel, which is very tiny, lots of stupid videos, useless videos. I have uploaded that over the couple of years. A couple of years already. Wow! I think the best videos are the Raven videos. And I will get more of those too. And Mr. Squirrel. Can't forget him. Roscoe the Squirrel, the little gray squirrel, getting bigger. He's eating so many nuts per day. He's a real character. Anyway, I'm going to slowly pack things up here, turn on the alarm system, and get going. Because I think that perfect screenshot of your little hottie here, huh? Ooh, so how long is it now? Let's see, we're tuck and puck. We'll cut out here and crazy glue it back together. Might work, I don't know. Self-dentistry and self-face, whatever. Gonna wash my hands now. Oh, I can't say anything else. Welcome to my world. My dad used to make faces. He's a bit of a character too. He had his own orchestra, Ken Hutchison's orchestra, Trans-Canada on radio. My mother was a model, by the way. She was a fireball. She liked doing crazy stuff like I do. We got along fine. We used to go fishing and magnet fishing and hiking and disturbing the old man, as she called him, and blowing off cannons and artillery and guns and making all kinds of... She was really cool. First Folsom. But chasing some men around town. My dad would always go to New York or Detroit. Collier's Encyclopedia Company, big company. He was representative for Western North America. He had to go to New York or Detroit. He'd be gone maybe some days. Meetings. He had his own office in on Granville Street, right across from the bay. And what was the name of that building? I don't know if it's still there or not. 6th floor. Almost had the name of the building. It's been a long time. Lever Antiques was around the corner in Dunsmuir. So Granville and Dunsmuir, where my dad's building was located. Oh, the Bauer building, the old Bauer building. Reg, the elevator operator, got to know him. Old elevator, an old shipping elevator as well, down in the basement. And under the basement would go down, but it seemed to go under the sidewalk because they had all these square little colored chunks of glass in the sidewalk, and you see it. Well, many years later, anyway, I moved to 560 Cambie Street. That's where my other old 1988 lab, as you want to call it, or collection as I want to call it, was located. And that's where CBC did a feature story, a couple of stories, 3, I think 3 of them. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to get going here. Okay, thank you.